Welcome back to Operation Regenesis. So, we want to get the Dryos in ASAP. We need the pattern for that, so this has to happen for sure. I'm not going to do faster here. That's kind of bad. Also, there was the whole thing with our other research requirement, right? Where we needed... Yeah, let's do that. You know what? I take it back. That was the Stego. 18. So we have to go here. We got 5, we got 10. 3 and a 3. These guys are almost identical, except you have less welfare. Let's pump you up. Five. Wait. Oh yeah, because I just made another 5. Jeez, my brain is having some issues. It's chugging a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let me get that done. Then we got a few other people floating around here, but we need 4 genetics if we want to do that. So I think we'll wait on the pattern, which means we wait on the Dryo until that research is done. I think that's fine. I don't think that matters that much. We can push some higher fences out. That's probably not a bad idea while we work on those other requirements. Great. So that'll be pretty quick here. So we can still get the Dryo done pretty soon. We'll do the Dryo before we do the Kamara, for sure. Because we know where the Dryo is going. The Kamara is a little bit of a problem. I mean, not really. Realistically speaking, the Kamara has to go in with these Hadros. The only problem is the large amount of these guys, which take Ground Nut. And they take Tall Nut. They overlap perfectly with the Brachys. Actually, yeah. So we move the Brachys. So maybe we only do have 2 Brachiosaurs then? And we put the Kamaras in there for sure. Okay, let's expand the enclosure. Let's presume we're going to need more space. You know what? Let's actually extend it out to match the nearby Ceratosaur enclosure, which also extends out another node this way. Yeah, we're going to put the Brachiosaurs in here. For sure. Alright, like that. And we can probably fit a platform here, I would hope. Oh my god, it actually doesn't fit. Why would you do this to me, video game? We can put it here, right next to this. It's better than nothing. Emergency bunker. This is an emergency for you to get moved. You know what? Yeah, go right there. That's fine. And the best position we get for a viewing platform that's viable is like right here. So we'll do it. Okay, there we go. I was confused because it was slanting off to the side for no real discernible reason. But that actually wasn't, that was me and not really its fault. Go ahead and sedate these boys. Let's get them moved. Yeah, this is going to be way better in the long run. So, actually means we also need to adjust the para enclosure. You're going to redo the whole thing. Shouldn't eat on the recording. I've been eating, I've been snacking when the recording's paused, but I forgot I was live a little bit. You get back here. All our other stuff is done too, so we should make sure we get that taken care of. I think we probably just put in the forest as we need to for the Brachy. Well, the Uranos needed it too, though. But the Uranos, it'll take care of itself, really. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now we have access to Stegosaurus. Let's make sure we get this done. And we can get the Dryos out right away. What other research do we need to do? Oh, we also have Amazon rainforest. Let's get that done. Then we have 6. Stego there, Stego there, Stego there. 8 minimum. Probably just sit, I think. I think we just sit. And then we're still blocked on this research too. That can also wait. Alright, yeah, so let's get these brachis situated. Why don't we go ahead and start with tall nut, ground nut like this and go from there. So let's just put a big old stripe of this right in here, kind of in the middle. And then we can go ahead and throw in some thicker forest in the back, a bit like this. Where the brachis are coming in. Maybe extend it down the sides if we need to. We'll see how this works. For now, that has slightly disrupted your forest need. You should be fine if you just move back a little bit. The paras are missing open space. That's more of an issue. I'm willing to admit that. You need forest. Alright, let's do this. Okay, this is getting complicated. So let's clear this. All of this vegetation we put in, just delete it. Okay? We just do that. We just boop, 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 boop. Okay? And let's work at this piecemeal. We need forest. So I'm gonna put the forest in like this in a couple of strips. Okay, that's met. We need tall nut. Put some back there. We can put some up here. Put some over here. Looks to me like we're not going to be big enough. That's what it's looking like to me. I don't think it's going to work as it stands. Let's make sure we get some ground fruit in here first as well. Actually, that meets the requirement for ground fruit. Right like that. Which is interesting. Paras, how do you guys feel about your open space right now? Barely. Barely a thing. Yeah, there's no way we can get that tall nut in without losing open space. For sure. Now, we went double wide in here. I think I'd like to keep it double wide. Which means then that we probably just have to go back like this. Which is fine. It'll work. We'll clear out some of this stuff back here. And that's going to be tall nut, ground nut for the rest of the Brock requirements. So just do that through there, roughly. And maybe we don't make this quite so symmetrical. We thread the trees out a little bit more there. Maybe we, you know, do something like that. Yeah, maybe this goes a little further down this way. Something like that. I think that's pretty good. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, now we get these guys to adjust the territories and see what it's like. Rhino at 100. Para at 100. Brocky's close. 96. Missing tall nuts. Investigate my brockies, please. I took away too much of your open space. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. There we go. 98. Tall nut missing. Okay, well, you've got more forest than you really need, so let's just trim this back with tall nut. A little bit in general. Maybe a little bit more. That looks pretty good. Okay, so it looks like we're just going to have 2 brockies. That's all we're doing. Only 2, no more, no less. I'm fine with that, I guess. I'm used to a bigger herd of Brachiosaurus because there's, you know, 5 to 8 in the original Jurassic Park, depending on if you think it's the same herd or not. So, but this is fine. All the research is done. Let's get our Dryos going now. Probably do like 2 batches of these dudes. It's not a JPOG park build if you don't have like 20 Dryosauruses, right? For sure. So, the Dryos, in my mind, are, I believe, Amazon rainforest? No, that's too bright, I think. I think it's mangrove. I did the skin check on the main menu. I wrote it down. Yes, mangrove pulcharana, which gets it more of a green with brown spots. This looks very bluish green, but it's, I'm going to trust that I was not mistaken before. 5 modifications. Let's make them tolerant. Put a point into humble and a point into, I guess, lifespan. Honestly, yeah, sure, why not? That's fine. Make sure that's right. Mangrove pulcharana. Pretty sure the word I'm looking at on my scribbles is mangrove, so I'm going to trust that I'm correct. Do that. Synthesize. Dryo. Do that. Actually, you do that. Alright. Then after these guys are out, we can look at doing the research with the carnivores, maybe? Or we push Stego. We should be doing Stego right now, regardless. 11. Let's do that. Great. And then we'll have Stego fossils in a couple minutes. The Dryos process immediately. Right. 6 and 5. A lot of vulnerable. That's fine. Vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable. Yeah, I don't really care. Alright, that's a good start, at least on Dryos. Maybe we'll do another batch. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just do this. Probably just do this. It still makes it the most populous dinosaur in the park, I'm pretty sure. So let's wait for them to come out. Alright, first wave of Dryos are on the way over. Fossils are in. Looks like a pretty healthy haul, except we also did have fossils we didn't process before. So it's not entirely fresh. Sure, we'll throw this Diplo fossil in here to get rid of it. Why don't you do that? Let's go ahead and do the research for the wrong tab. The carnivore, if we can. 18. So we're at the scientist limit. Oh, because the 3 has been used. I'm just going to do that. I don't care. Bam. 5553. Begin. Alright. Oh, we get scale and skin toughness. Hooray. Alright, there's the first one on the ground.
You know this.
Ground leaf, ground fiber. Okay. Let's do... maybe we'll clear this junk out that we put in here and start over. Because I don't want all these trees taking up the plains if we don't need them yet. And I kind of like the original aesthetic of this nice plains we have going on here. With these kind of stands of trees separated out in different areas. Thought that was fun. Let's try to recapture it. Something like that. So, did I lose... Yeah, I guess I clicked off of the Dryo instead of doing the edit environment thing. Fair enough. Oh, but we do have tall leaf, tall fiber, and... Yeah, okay, so we gotta check Kamara, actually. So let's check it. I'm gonna look it up real quick. We'll see what the Kamara overlaps with here. And then we'll put in the appropriate vegetation to maximize... Or I guess to minimize the amount of excess vegetation we have to put in. That's a good way to phrase it. Well, where's the information? Where is the information? Tall leaf, tall nut for Kamara. Tall leaf, tall nuts. Tall fruit, tall fiber. Ground leaf, tall leaf. Well, we definitely need Tempeschia. So let's put in a little, let's do like half size. Let's put in a grove of Tempeschia kind of here along this path, and maybe it crosses over, right? And it goes like that. Like a little bit of a forest thing going on there. And maybe it crosses over here too, a little bit like that. Kind of a weird strip of trees. The trees do kind of do that. And we'll see if that is good enough to handle them for quite a while. It probably is. And that was the ground leaf. So then we need the fiber. So we'll just throw that kind of out here. We'll kind of keep this bit of clearing going.
Animal's primary habitat was the ancient primordial forest.
We could throw down a little bit of this on this riverfront. Let's shrink that down a little bit. Go on the waterway. And then maybe a little bit down here too. I don't want to mess this cliff up. We can sneak some in, like, over here.
That once covered this planet. It's called Dryosaurus. Before our research, there was no information on adult specimens of this dinosaur.
Really?
We only had the fossilized record of juveniles.
Well, that's the, yeah, that is the Dryo I was going for. So you get the nice green with the brown spots. They're more stripy here than they are on the Dryos from JPOG, but it's a pretty good approximation, I think. Probably better than some of the other ones. The car cars are going to look nothing like it, of course. Yeah, you have incredible margins on your needs here, but we are flying in a bunch more of you soon. Alright, Dryosaurus. Arguably, I would say, the most iconic JPOG herbivore in my mind. Just because you get the little bastards all over the place. Transported. So we put in what? 6 and 5? I forget. Asset in transit. Yeah, 6 and 5. 11 is not enough. It really isn't. It's just not an acceptable amount of Dryosaurs, if we're being honest. We'll put in at least a third batch. Or well, I think we'll put in a third batch, and that will be it. I think that's a better way to state that. I don't see us going past that. Fossils, that'll be... sure. And then that's not enough left to do expeditions, right? Because we got 4 and a 2. No, that's not enough for Stegos. Okay. But we can go out and do Stegos in a minute anyway. When these guys are rested, that'll be fine. 5 more eggs. So that's going to give us 16 Dryosaurs. That feels a little more appropriate. It's still not quite a proper JPOG Dryosaurus population, which should be like 50. Nah, not really. Not in base game. Not if you don't edit the files for population, but yeah. And how are our ratings doing? It's possible that moving the Brockies would have disrupted some of this. Shopping, 99%. Yeah, a little bit. Actually, that shop is full. It might just be down to... Wait, why is this shop only 2 guests? Oh, because there's a Brockie all the way back here. Yes.
Asset transported. Assets in the air.
Yes. Alright, release it via airlift. The rest of the Dryos. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, wherever. 5, I guess, somewhere? I don't know. That's fine. Big ol' herd of Dryosaurus. Excellent. And there's our viable stego genome. Let's go out and do a stego dig. How about from Portugal? Faster expeditions and you. And then research things. All of this is done. Oh, you know what? Forget research. Synthesize Chimeras. What am I doing? So the Chimerosaurus ought to be. Where did I write it down? Where did I write it down? Limpopo Lithobates is the best, I think. So Limpopo, and then Lithobates is dark green spots on a light green skin, which is the JPOG style Chimera, more or less. I need to actually give you other genetics. My bad. Yeah, get rid of large appetite. Get humble up on this bitch. That's a humble bitch. Alright, that's all we can give it, but that's good, actually. That's way better genetic spread than we did with the Brockies with lifespan, which is pointless. And we probably put in like 2 sets of these guys, I imagine. I think they have a population need anyway. I think we can swing 2, so I think I'd like to have 2. The Tepeschia is pretty cool looking. I do like those trees. Alright, well, let's wait for them to get... Oh, just kidding. They're ready. They're almost done. I was gonna do a cut, but it's entirely unnecessary. Yeah, 2 eggs. Okay, we'll take the 2. Just 2 regular-ass, humble Chimeras. 4 and a 3. Get them synthed. And then, yeah, that's going to take a few minutes to process. Same with the dig. So we'll definitely cut while that happens. It is stegofossil time. Also, we got shrimps. I like some shrimps. Not so much a fan of leaves, but, you know, it's fine. Where does this leave us at on steg? Not complete. Okay. Okay. Let's just get rid of this diplofossil we've been holding on to for no good reason, just as a keepsake. You'll need to be rested. Let's grab... Well, you're my expedition person. Let's grab you. Although we should have another stego dig here easily to do. Yeah, that one. Faster, and the generalist seems fine. Boom. Okay, we're still waiting on those Chimera eggs. Alright, now we're getting the Chimeras in too. First 2 at least. Oh, I should have checked the population. Can we still see it? No, it's already gone because it's already switched over to releasing. Why don't we just synth more? It doesn't make sense to have 2 Brockies and 2 Chimeras. It just feels wrong. Since, you know, one is kind of the smaller cousin of the other. So we'll get a second wave. And then we put the stegos in, and then the Dryos actually don't conflict with anything. Other than, like, you know, hybrids or carnivores or whatever. They do count as an orthomimosaurid, which I don't like. I'm not going to lie. This label right here, that really bothers me. But, yeah. So, Gallimimus might have a problem with them. That's certainly possible. We'll get the stego in and go from there. Actually, we can look up Gallimimus and check. That's probably worth doing. All these Chimeras fly in. There's the first one coming in now. Look how elegant it is, flying across.
Commencing asset transit.
Okay, yeah, so the galley should be fine. The galleys also don't care about nothing. Which is good. It'd be weird if the galleys fought the Dryos or something. Probably all the ornithomimosaurs really don't give a shit as long as they're not with hybrids and carnivores, so that's good.
Known as the
Alright, there's Kamara 1.
The Camarasaurus impresses with both its size and its blunt snout. It prefers to live in groups. A challenge, but one I'm confident you can handle.
I think that's a decent rendition of the JPOG Kamara. It should be darker. Like, these should be darker green, the spots, and the base skin should be, like, the same color more or less as the spots. So it should be, like, dark green spots and then a base color that's the color of the spots here. But at least we get the 2 shades of green thing going on here, so that's pretty good. And there's the other one coming down. So, tall nut is all we're missing now. Actually, really good margins on their needs. Holy crap, I wasn't expecting that. Let's put some trees down in here a bit, with like, kind of building up a little bit of a grove in this section. That's just a couple of different tree types. I'm gonna kind of head over here down into this dip. I think that's fine. Like back into this corner? Yeah, let's do that for now. Still got a very good amount of open plains, which I like. Probably might need to change that more when we get some other guys in here, but so far it's pretty good. Okay, and we've got these guys ready to go. 2 more eggs. 4 Kamaras sounds like a good number to me. Reminder, they are humble, so this is better than they would otherwise be. This is a little gross. Maybe we have to wait on them for a second. Unless you want to put points into... Yeah, 1 point left on you, 2 points left on you. You can take 2 points in welfare. That's fine. Let's finish you up. Alright. Whoops. I mean, that's nice to see too, but that's not my intent. Science scientists. We want to grab... Definitely need you too. Then we need to leave some genetics back. I guess we'll grab no, we'll grab you. Oh, wait. It's already done. What am I talking about? There we go. Let's get the... Well, let's sell these turtles first. Let's get the person that needs to rest. Heading in that direction. I guess we'll just do that. That's fine. Presumably, we're about done here. We're getting 18%, 21 here, 21 on both. So probably not. That's 92. These are probably 3 apiece. We're probably missing 1 stego fossil. Yeah, from Portugal. All right. That's fine. We'll have to wait for those, but we'll get them. We'll get them in due time. We'll go do this expedition with some kind of backline people here while we let the other person rest. I think it's better than just waiting for her. I think that's fine. The eggs are just about ready as well. So Kamara, number 3 and number 4. I think 4 is a good enough number. We do have a lot of carnivores to get into the park still, so we don't want to push too aggressively on things. Let's just chuck one of you maybe over here for some more forest, and maybe just over here. I mean, their territory is already enormous. So this will push it this way and probably this way a little bit, which is fine. They have pretty good margins. Actually, I'm surprised. I thought their forest need was really strict. I might be thinking back to JWE1 Kamaras more than this, I guess. More than this one. There's always something weird about the Kamara's face. It always looks like an old man to me. Like a sad old man with like a jowls hanging off a little bit. His face looks loose underneath the jaw, you know? Ooh, all the Dryos over here getting spooked by the cars. That's also very much a flashback to how things used to be. Okay, so there's 4 on the ground already. Actually, just about perfect on tall nut and leaf. Surprising. That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, then we can work on the stegos. We just gotta wait for this to come in. Anybody need to be rested in the meantime? No. Looks to me like we might be able to squeak out some form of research. Let's talk about our new dinos. So, we do need Homalocephaly research. Gallimimus is already available. And then we need Velociraptor, which is already unlocked. So the only remaining research unlock is Homalocephaly. Let's knock that out. 5 and a 5. There you go. But then we can't do an expedition when we're doing an expedition. And yeah, we'll be getting just a stego fossil. There's no reason to process this either. Do we have a research task we can do that's worth anything while we wait? Not with a 4. There's no way that matters. Presumably, yeah, paths are, 9. Okay. Well, that's fine. Ornithomimids will be done in 30 seconds anyway. So we'll get that done, send out the next one. Buys us more time while we wait for the stego expedition to get done. So ornithomimids are done. So we have every dinosaur we need unlocked, right? Yeah, now it's just down to digs. I'd like to get every species in the park if we can. Which means we need to find room for 3 large carnivores. Which is challenging in its own right. I think we can do it. Because we've got the 2 big enclosures in already for the sauropods. So we can probably... We also have that lower section, which might work. So I think that should be fine. So what do we want to research? Bigger roads? Oh, you need to rest. I don't know if we have an 8. You're done. Oh, you're faster expeditions. So if we give you a point, that's fine. Let's do that. And then we'll go ahead and knock out main thoroughfare with these 2. And then hopefully that's done, yeah, right about after the fossils get back. And the next expedition we can do on the faster expedition person. That's great. Why don't we leave this one here properly on the half-hour mark and like the last one. I think that's probably good.